this video, we will explain you the process of gem pool account creation via non-challan model.
Please read through the content in the PPT. Gem pool account, commonly known as GPA, is a special purpose bank account open, operated and controlled by each NPAE, that is non-PFMS agencies or entities. It can be opened in any of the banks integrated with GEM. The GEM pool account has two models, Challan-based and non-Challan-based model. Under Challan-based model, funds are transferred in the GEM pool account after the demand or intent has been finalized. Whereas in non-Challan-based model, a floating amount based on procurement forecast is maintained by buyer in the pool account. No challan is generated in this scenario as pool account is already funded. We will now see how the non-challan GPA model works. The non-challan model requires additional verification process by NPAEs, nodal officers, to approve the uses of the account by primary user. In the non-challan model, the primary user first needs to onboard to the GPA. To do so, open www.gen.gov.in and click on Login. Enter the user ID and password of the primary user and submit. You will now be directed to your home page. Click on Username at the top right hand and select My Account from the drop-down. On the Payment Method page, choose Non-Challan GPA System as the preferred payment option. Mention the threshold limit and provide GPA bank account details like bank account name, account number, account holder name along with IFSC code and click on Save. The bank account is then sent for approval to the buyer's nodal officer and the status will reflect as pending as shown on the screen. Once the account is approved by the nodal officer, the status would be marked as approved. Approved account can be used for order placement. Here is a sample approval email sent to the user nodal officer. The nodal officer needs to click on the link included in the email to approve. After clicking on the confirmation link, the nodal officer needs to either approve or reject the request. A request approval confirmation is displayed post-approval by nodal officer, as shown on the screen. Now, primary user have to create PAO or multiple PAOs as needed and generate a PAO code for each. To do so, primary user needs to click on the Users tab. While creating a PAO, if you have already a PAO code, enter the same. If you don't have a PAO code available with you, select No and click on Generate PAO code. We will now learn the process of fund blocking by buyer in a non-challan model. L1 has been selected via direct purchase or award of bid or RA. The buyer would specify the financial details. Please visit LMS for training video on order placement. Freeze the funds by clicking on Block. A pop-up message will appear on your screen to confirm, then another one to acknowledge. Click on OK for both. Please note, an error message will be displayed on the screen if funds are not available in the account. In the next screen, you can see the payment to supplier process, post CRAC generation. Once CRAC has been generated successfully by the consignee, bills need to be created by the buyer as per the CRAC and sent to the paying authority. Paying authority will process the payment through GPA. In case, even after 10 days of issuance of CRAC, the buyer has not initiated the payment process, a payment trigger will be automatically generated and 80% of the consignment value deduced by the system as per CRAC. Intimation will be sent to the HOD, buyer and payment authority for GEM regarding the release of the payment. The residual payment is to be processed by the buyer within 35 days after adjusting for any statutory deduction and damages. If failed, after 35 days, same will be released to the supplier automatically through an alert to the bank by the GEM platform. In the next few slides, we will give you an overview of the bill summary page for GPA. The bill summary page shows multiple details about a bill like the order number, order date, payment method, etc. To check the payment status, click on Show Bills. Payment status of the bill is either marked pending, paid or failed. To process further and to pay, click on Process Bill. In this video, we have learned about the non-Challan based model of GPA. Jai Hind.